So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet
everybody,
to
and
kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Of course, Antoine Griezmann. He's got a bit of everything, Peter. Speed, great technical ability, and the priceless gift of being able to make all the right decisions at the right times. Personally, I really like the way he can always take a little touch to give himself that half a yard of space. He needs to get a shot away, and he doesn't miss too many either, does he?
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And he's forced to go back. Now this could be a chance. Messi. Cruyff. And this is Griezmann. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Suarez really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Alexander-Arnold. Now Van de Ven. Maldini. Robertson. Cruyff. Tries to play it through. Cruyff providing an outlet on that flank. He's got away. And this is Messi. Oh, right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? Dundee really could have done without this. So the would-be breakthrough moment. And he's buried it! 1-0! Not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And the shot's on here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Big chance! Sticks it away! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Tottenham are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Tottenham with the corner. They're first. Beckham plays it short. That has been slung wide. Played in deep. Oh, well played. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's Nedved. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And this is Cruyff. And he's picked it up out wide. And he decides to cross it. Platini. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Floated through. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Robertson. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And here's Beckham. Toure promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Bullet. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Lahm. Can he get on the end of this? Can he finish? It's in! So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And the keeper's given it away. Nedved with the delivery. And they're back on the ball again. And he's managed to get free. And he thumps it clear. Messi. He's shifted it to the flank.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's Rijkaard. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Messi. Griezmann. And he plays one through. He can get that clear. Beckham with the cross. Well read. And the danger is averted. And the first half is done. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Dundee really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Rijkaard. Dundee do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Pepe does really well to win the ball there. Dink through. And he's in on goal. Ibrahimovic! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that has been knocked clear. Knocks it into space. Goes for a shot! And he hits the net. And that takes him up to double figures. The first significant goal-scoring landmark. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
We have ourselves a real game here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Well, that looks a decent ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Nedved, and it's Michel Platini. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Ibra. Shot, surely! That's going to go a long way. Now it's Cruyff. Great vision.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that's fabulous. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Now, power or placement? It's in! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Tottenham take the lead. Threads one in. Ibrahimovic. Corner given. Corner number 2 then. cleared away. Yaya Toure, and this is Ibrahimovic.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Ribéry. And this is Ribéry. Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's superb. Now, can he find a finish? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Platini, good driving run. And this is Hullet. He could be in here, and the shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Played into space. Oh, well played, well played. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And here's Platini. Ibrahimovic.
Dundee really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He's picked his way through. Cruyff. In comes the corner. It's their second corner of the game. Dundee are looking to go forward now. Beckham with the cross, brilliantly cut out. Dundee are in dire need of a breakthrough, can they?
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Maldini tries to pass it through. Cruyff in acres of space out wide. Oh, he's been caught napping! Tottenham claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
Substitution on the field.
Tottenham have their third corner.
Van de Ven. Number 17, Messi. Coming on the field, number 3, Rudiger. Number 9.
Can he finish? They've scored! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Tottenham could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Rijkaard gets it away. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's De Bruyne. And here's Cruyff.
Has been indicated.
Aimed beyond the defence. Incoming delivery. It's a mighty effort! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it'll...
Real chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Now that's well seen too. And that is that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can add... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello, everybody,
The fans
and
have pulled out
welcome to
all the
today's
stops to
match.
make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, there is the formidable figure of Ronald Araujo. He's happy to go shin to shin with anyone.
Yeah, an absolute colossus at the back, and endeared himself to the fans even more by getting on the score sheet. Remember that game in Madrid back in 2022?
It doesn't get much bigger, better than those capital Catalan conflicts. 4-0 in the end?
Absolutely, yes.
Vieira. Short changes him with that pass. Zico.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Van der Sar. Ribéry. He's had it taken off him. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Zico. Real chance! Scholes. Can he get on the end of this? He's got away. Hullet. Ribéry.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And the pass is intercepted. Probing pass. Oh, sweet feet. Ribéry gets it away. He can get that clear. Can he get it through? Oh, that pass isn't the best. Cruyff looking to penetrate opposition lines. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Decent hit from there. And he's intervened well there. No goals as yet. Luis Suarez. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Zico. Oh, that's superb. He's in a good position here. Kimmich. And that has left him in a heap. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Pelé tries to play it through. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. That has ended up in no man's land. It's played through for him. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Shapes to shoot! And he gets rid in a hurry. Pelé. And it's Zico. Suarez is onto this.
Suarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Great vision. He is through here. Shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. And it's Vieira. Chance!
Dundee have the chance to go the other way. Luis Suarez. He's shifting through the gears here. Suarez chasing after it. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's in on goal. And the shot! It's there!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
The goal scorer.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't
Number
reach.
32.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Pelé tries a deft little ball. Kimmich deals with that comfortably.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me,
Just
Peter,
a quick
things have
announcement.
never
It is
really
now
got
time
going,
for our
but at
special
least this
lottery.
will be a good
Please
time
grab the
to
tickets you were given when
reflect
you were
and
walking through the
regroup.
gates.
I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without...
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Shifted it to the flank. Now, can they get him away? Son Heung-min! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Well, it's an inspired substitution to... Big chance! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment.
There's the shot! Kimmich with the clearance.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Maradona will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pelé to Lahm. Pelé is wide and looking to get onto this. That's good play. The message is clear, none shall pass. Pass somewhat off target. It's a threatening ball. Rijkaard. Maradona. Maradona takes control of it and he's on the move. Dundee have it back and can go again. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And it's Maradona. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Luis Suarez. Cruyff.
That's good play from him.
Ball comes in. He gets big. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And this is Maradona. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
He's away! And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Now it's Batistuta. Lahm gets across and deals with it. Totti.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
It's Pele! Oh, just wide.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Nice bit of trickery. Great vision. Now that's well seen too. Rijkaard. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That's been cut out, well played. Azar. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters. And
the shot! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Dundee are looking to go forward now. And he's on his way! Now it's Pele. He's cut it out. Nuno Mendes threads one in. And here's Ribéry. Now, can they get him away? Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Thuram.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He can run onto that. Can he finish? Goal! Republic of Korea! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Mendes going full steam ahead down the left flank. And it's Azar. Good ball, good take. Tries to pass it through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
South Korea clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Ribéry. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately... Oh, shooting chance! Mighty close.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Ribéry. Totti. Now it's Pele. Can he get on the end of this? Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Pele. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Pele. Now it's Thuram. South Korea look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back...
Shoots! And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's Mendes. Batistuta.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Platini.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Riqui Puig. And it's Michel Platini. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Barella. And that's really well manoeuvred. Played out towards the right wing. An instinctive delivery. Oh, it's a chance for a shot! Sticks it away! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
South Korea are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Has been indicated.
Koundé. Oh, good spread. Koundé. Ribéry. Pele.
This is the time you need that pace.
It's a pretty loose pass. Kim Min-jae. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Some first half thoughts?
Dundee really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter.
And a quick
The boss will
reminder
be
today that
demanding the
parking
same
in the
level
area
of
around the stadium
intensity
is
from his
strictly
team.
forbidden.
So I'd expect to
Please
see
use
the
parking
same
provided by
positive
the club or
intent
any other
after
paid
the
parking
break, the
facilities
same
in the
purpose
area.
again.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's a sharp little ball here. Cross needs to be good. He's having a shot! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Platini. And Konate. And it's Totti. Lahm. And it's Ibrahimovic. Pele. Now it's Batistuta. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now this could... Decent chance! It's in! And the second half is off to a flyer!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Dundee get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
That could spell trouble. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's superb.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
South Korea are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pele. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach. He goes for a shot! Dundee have their second corner now. South Korea have the chance to go the other way. And that's a throw-in. Thuram. Now it's Batistuta. And it's Mendes. Now it's Batistuta. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
South Korea clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Azar! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Azar. Lahm knocks it into space, and he was quick to react. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's played it in low. Ah, that's a fine interception. Ibrahimovic. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well read, nice interception.
South Korea clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And he's gone backward here. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's played it back.
Hazard really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very...
Oh, terrible mistake. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's Koundé. Koundé stood his ground strongly.
Substitution.
That is good alertness. That has been cut short. Totti. Isco, searching pass he's played there.
South Korea really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Szoboszlai is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And that pass just didn't quite work. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Has been indicated.
Now it's Pelé. Thinks about the shot. Koundé looking for the run. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven.